We now return to Let's Play City Skylines. And still dubious that this is doing anything, but anyway. So we fixed this, and done a little bit of the cut-throughs like I did downtown here. And we'll see how this starts developing out here. A few things I know I'm going to need out here. I'm going to need a few services. At the very least, we're going to need a fire station. Sure, we'll use the old-timey one. Or just a little tiny firehouse. A little tiny firehouse ought to work. I guess when I used this one, it was a little bit much. Little firehouse ought to work, I think. Maybe I can put some of those out here in this weird thing that I kept out here, and I don't know what I was going to do with it. Now we'll... yes. The ever-present need for... Alright, that's a little bit better. So maybe with some demand coming out here, maybe we'll start seeing a lot fewer people. I doubt it. I will see a lot fewer people coming into the middle downtown here. Be wishful thinking. And I think that really, honestly, the only way to alleviate this is going to be either the roundabout idea or, like I said, getting a way for them to come off here and connect up before they get here. So with them using a little more commercial demand, I guess I can put the commercial here. I had wanted to make this a park. Actually, we were saving some of this for commercial. I mean, there's a whole area up here that never probably ever get developed because of such demands. So, like this public library, what does this even do, actually? I think it's this. Couldn't tell you where it's at, though, because it's hidden in here somewhere. So much stuff in here. I just want to know what this library does. I think that's it. There we go. Nothing. So this one actually counts as a library. Okay. I'd like to remove this and replace it with something. This area. I guess we can maybe fill in some of this here. Like a so. All that demand just got sucked away by something. I do not know what. Couldn't have been this development. I didn't develop anything out here. Starting to see some bigger homes. That's good. How are these doing, by the way? Take a look at that shuttle. This one is definitely in need of a little bit more. Maybe another bus. Can I bump this up to like 150? There. That may be too many buses, but we can see these are people that are waiting here, right? Yeah. So we definitely need more buses coming through. And I guess there's a mod where you can get increased bus capacity. In fact, let's take a look here. See if there's... So there's free public transport. That doesn't help me. If there's anything that can help me specifically in that regard, we just need more buses. taxis and more whatever to get people going. But yeah, to have so many people waiting in one place. Look at this. Not enough goods to sell at the Happy Hamster. Karaoke bars, seafood delicacies. Good, good. Now we're definitely seeing a decrease. Now when I increased budget, was that on that line only? Let's look at this other line. 135 passengers currently. There's hardly anybody on this line. So, you know, obviously, I think it does adjust the account on its own, but... So, like, it will determine the correct amount of buses required, but we need to up the game a little bit here, because this one is so full. And, okay, I was gonna say, you're full now, where you, maybe... Why do they take so long? Seems like it fills up almost immediately. We have dropped it, but not enough. Like, this one is still significantly a problem. I think this one will just remain so. Oh, okay, it did. It did use this lane instead of doing a loopy. Now what are you doing? Okay. See, that's not quite what I want, but I guess it makes sense because this probably is counting as turning. And so it's using that. No one otherwise would use Finch Street. How many passengers? We've remained about the same in passengers. Disappointing. And demands have dipped. Again, we will probably never recover industrial demand. Ever. It has not gone up. That is very worrisome to me. So maybe I did myself a great disservice by putting these farms out here. You're stuck at 3. And we can't get half of the workers require. So maybe that's just it. I mean, maybe these specialized industries really just suck so many workers out of the work pool. Is there a way for me to actually look at population? I guess I'd be looking at education. Like, most people are highly educated. And that's weird because we've only got the one university. So that says we're doing a little too much there. But I don't feel like that would be what's driving demand. You know? Like we have educated industry here. I don't know. Seeing a lot of these buildings. It's amazing how high that demand was and then just completely collapsed. Why are there cargo containers at a fire station? I also don't like the fact that it does that, so maybe we can pull it off a little bit. I think that's just the way the cookie crumbles. The alternative is not to build it there. Put it somewhere else. Still really don't know what I want to do here. That would be nice, but I mean, what other kinds of things can we put? You know what? While we're here, let's actually maybe do a little bit of some touristing. You know, let's make this worth our while. How about we get this on this end? Maybe I'll move this over here. Then that way I can come into this, yeah. Add a fishing pier or restaurant pier. We could do both. You know, I had one at the boardwalk to actually maybe be a little bit more lively. So like, I don't think anyone's ever gonna go out to the restaurant that's way out here. That's a fishing island, I guess. Why would you need that? Why would you need to go way out there for fishing? Oh. Have we had a skate park this whole damn time? Well, well. Where can I put you? Really anywhere, I guess. Who needs this? Like, actually needs this? We're seeing a little bit of a downturn there, but skate park right near the high school? We'll put it down on this end, sure. I've got this riding stable that I don't think really fits down here anymore. No goods, no food. No food. I've got 3 damn farms in this place and there's no food. Boy, this ended up becoming a very busy terminal, didn't it? It increases workers' health. Advanced automation increases production output. Increases its upkeep. I guess we can turn that on. See what it does to profits. Because it's buildings upkeep. Like that could be a lot. A lot that I'm not necessarily sure is being shown in any of this. We are importing. We are importing. Okay, so here we go. So let's see what the upkeep was without that. Profit dipped a bit. We are importing the majority of what we need to make this function. How the hell does that make any damn sense? I guess maybe I could turn this off too. This is one thing that's been sitting for a while. But like, what that would mean is that we're importing balanced means what? Half full, half empty. Okay. Can be imported, can be exported. Like, I don't... What the fuck does that mean? Why are we importing so much stuff? And it'd be nice if it actually broke it down to tell me what we're importing. Okay, so I turned that off and we still haven't bounced back. Upkeep is still what it was. So, make more? What does this one do? Increases storage capacity. Increases upkeep. Okay, well, I don't really need to do that. I did not see much change here other than losing money. Profitability is down in that one. Profitability. At least they're profitable. That's really all I care about. I mean, have we gone through a death wave, or are we just... What is going on here? This game is so volatile. You know, like, my money situation bounces around, and suddenly the people are gone. This is causing issues. So I guess by having that bridge there, we were just extending that issue at least that much further along. So maybe I will put that bridge back in, because it's just single entry point is the problem. It is and will always be the problem, as long as I'm still developing stuff down here. But, you know, once this starts developing, they should pull this way. They're not. Alright, well, whilst we're waiting for something interesting to happen, we'll just put this back in. And I will probably regret every little bit of it. But, well, you know. And commence. There's no way I can see how to fix the preferences for where these guys are going. Maybe this does something. You know, what would give like a prior that this doesn't even have priority. How do I give roads priority? Have I lost that? Does this mod take it out? There's a little dot that's supposed to be on a road, right? That says give priority? Apparently not. Yeah, this chunk. I gotta learn something about those lights. Or just figure on doing something else. You know, time the turn light to a green light here. Or prevent turning completely. I guess I could do that. I could make this a straight only, so they had to go elsewhere to turn instead of... that would be unusual, but since this is the bottleneck, that's about the only way I can think to keep them just moving straight forward. So why don't we try that? You can always change it later. I'll change this side anyway. This side can still remain that way, and then we'll come in here. Say, but nope, I didn't. Okay, cool. No turn. You can only go straight ahead. It's a little unorthodox, but they're doing it. Everyone is avoiding that middle lane like the goddamn plague. But it did move a lot more people to then make this one horribly busy. I don't know. I don't know. Aside from just, you know, making like another off-ramp or something here, which I could do, there's no fix for this. Which I feel is the map design's fault, because this is how it started. You know, it starts with, and it's not even like a two-way on-off ramp here. It is one of these horrible things, these three-way at the beginning. So I guess you're probably not meant to even build on that at that point, but still, like, that's where all your people would be going through. So aside from just removing all connections whatsoever, to have them come all the way through, but you'd still end up with this problem. It would just be longer. So them wanting to get down in town here doesn't go away with anything else. So I mean, I guess I could maybe blow up like the center here and then do like an off ramp into this, and then an on ramp here. I could do that. That's about the only way I see that happening. Except that then we'd be killing this thing. So this whole reason that I even had this avenue going through here is because I eventually wanted to turn it into a tram trolley thing. But it's just not gonna do that. So really, maybe I should just have an off-ramp going here or something. Actually, that is doable. We're gonna need multiple crossings. I have like a bridge. Just a very simple bridge on-off ramp. Of course, then you got this stupid thing that's gonna be. Can we get some demand so that some of the damned city can develop a little bit more? What happened here? You know, oh shit. I really think I've had enough of this map. I got excited for a few things, and then it just became tedious. And this whole game, all of the maps suck. Like, I really just don't get how people build the huge, sprawling cities, because the maps don't work that way. The maps have a lot of hills and a lot of obstacles, and it's really difficult to even visualize how you would do a full city. Especially when you don't have access to everything like I do, because I unlocked everything at the beginning, you know. Every city I've ever seen always starts out with the same piddly little, you know, three blocks of the RCI. Why on earth are you all driving up the goddamn middle of this road? The turn lane is not a drive lane. This is turn only, Buster. And can I... Oh. God's sake. Now what? Hello? Jesus. that was a major lag spike there. This guy just did a Yui. Blowing my mind, because why would you go that way? Why would you come down this way and then decide, nope, actually... Is this not... Oh my god, this isn't even... Well, you know, that's always an option too, I guess. Because the game does not actually care whatsoever about actual traffic. We can just come in here and say no lights. And this is such a weak thing too. You know what? There you go. Alternatively, I guess we could do a four-way stop and everyone would just go chunk, 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 chunk. Let's try four-way stop. See how that bullets that out. I think four-way stop has a better flow than... Well, that's not realistic. Why on earth? Alternatively, just let it flow. And now we're in Indian traffic mode, where you just go and hope for the best. You know, everyone makes fun of traffic in India because it just looks batshit insane, but when you think about it, who really is the better driver? The guy who is in traffic having to watch 8 different directions all at once every day, or the people, you know, in this town that can't figure out a roundabout where you've got literally one direction you've got to go? Well, I mean, this is insane, but it works. Is it my fault that the game doesn't have... Okay, I mean, that's not... What the real problem is that the game just can't handle more than 2 lanes on a side. That's really where it comes down to. It does not handle 6-lane traffic. We have 2 turn lanes here, and they only want 1. The game is... It's got a poor traffic simulation. What is all of this? Holy cripes. I mean, it's just... Look at this. What the f*** are you people doing? You're all looping around to go here. I mean, I guess I prefer that. It takes some of the pressure off of this, but... Everyone's looping around here to get onto the one-way. So they do kind of like the one-way, which is nice, but and are they not stopping here? They're supposed to. I don't know. I'm just so done with this. And it doesn't seem like the city is going to grow anymore. I don't know what it's going to take for the next thing. Build it? We do have some demand here. like all of this is zoned out and it's not developing industry. Maybe you're really just not supposed to have as much dense as I've got here. It really doesn't help the city to have this much. I don't think it's intended to have this much, or at least not this much in proportion. I'm probably able to find a suggestion of ratio, like how much high density versus how much low density. Because if we had, you know, more low residential out here and all of this would probably be plenty high residential, or high density rather. But I think just being as big as it is, and as it continues to grow, you know, and like this, then, you know, this alone, every time one of these buildings grows and upgrades, it sucks away any demand that there otherwise possibly would be. And given how this looks over here, I think this is where all my demand has gone. These things just keep growing, and they kill the rest of the city. So, yeah, you're not meant to have high residential or high density in this kind of quantity, at least not in this size of a city. Well, you know, all these lessons that we're learning here. But overall, the city really has kind of come together. You know, if you squint and don't look at the details and all the missing parts, it's just it's too spread out to begin with, and it was just developed in stages that were not helpful. Fucking fires. There is literally a fire station right here. And no demand whatsoever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Because if you look at the buildings, you know, they are becoming nicer, they are growing. I think that's where it is. Like, every time there's demand, it gets sucked up in the, oh good, now you are extending. Okay, so they do. Okay, well, I'm more forgiving of this. So, like, there is natural demand fulfillment, it just happens to be too much of its own cannibalism here. And, so, like, there's nothing to do, you know? Which would probably actually explain the fluctuations in my money, because you got a good building that's bringing in a lot of taxes, then immediately it collapses, trying to bring demand. Which makes me nervous, because what I wanted to do here was try a policy thing, and see what these smart houses, or the high-tech housing, let's see what that looks like. But it's going to wipe out all these houses as they redevelop, and then it's going to end up pushing that over here. So, like, anything I had over here, for example, you know, it's now killing any other development in the city and everything. So I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get the game and how to operate the mechanics properly. Well, this really did just become cookie cutterville, didn't it? Looks really bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't know how you could possibly make consistent high demands that will keep the city growing. Well, at least this cleared out finally, so whatever was developing there has been taken care of by this. And as long as the game doesn't simulate collisions, who am I to complain? I can't say anything about that. I do not like, however, how this looks. So we're just gonna put in one of those instead. And it immediately gave us the turn lane that I do not want. But you know what, fine. It doesn't seem to be stopping the traffic anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue this series, to be honest with you. I just... when I can complete a project and see it finished and start tying it in, you know, peppering it with trees like this, it really tied this hill in, and this whole thing actually now I'm pleased with, when I definitely was not before. But all this other shit, like I thought about doing like maybe the space launch satellites and all that stuff on this hill, and you know, doing the university campus thing here, the park, this wharf. I wanted to start doing like fishing industry down here, but God, I can't. I just can't. I just don't care anymore. So I don't know, maybe we'll try and every time I try to speed build some stuff, it just doesn't work out. This is why other series always do like the time lapse. I just didn't want to do the effort of the editing, and I feel like it misses a little bit of something. You know, it misses the gameplay, which, I don't know, I guess, I don't know why necessarily people watch these series, whether it's for the gameplay or just to see the model city be built. I assume it's a little bit of both, but yeah, whatever. So see, now we're skyrocketing this, but is that because these are all being rebuilt to high tech? You know, how soon until that disappears? Obviously, we're filling in because my money's back, but like, yeah, you know, like, where is it gonna? Is it even worth trying to develop more stuff? Is the problem that I face. So I could put down a clinic, and I could put down... I don't want to put in so many schools. There's demand for the schools, but like we need more lower education people. And okay, well, so there's a policy for that. There's this prefer to work thing, or schools out. So that would kind of affect this area a little bit more, I guess, and then I could create workers, you know, living far away from the industrial area. But I don't know. I think it's time to end this one here, though. So I will see you next time.